Today, I'm doing a complete competitor analysis of the top ranking practices in Houston. So if you're a dentist in Houston and you're looking to beat out your competition and generate more patients online, then this video is created for you. Now, in getting started here, I have two simple questions that we're going to try and answer today. The first one is, how would you like to see how your top ranking competitors, these are practices in your area, are profitably taking business from you online? And then the more important question is, how can you begin to outrank them and start getting more quality patients for your practice? Now, to answer this, we need to know the 5 main sources of how practices or how patients are going to find your practice online. The first one's going to be Google Map Pack. The second one, organic results. Third is going to be pay-per-click. This is paying to Google to show up on the first page. You got Facebook lead gen and then business directories. For our purposes today, we're going to focus on these top two. These are the main ways that people are going to find you. So to dive in here, looking at the first section, this is going to be the local map pack, and this is the organic. This is what we're focusing on today. And I just did dentist in Houston for these keywords. So in the local map pack, the first thing I want to point out is on a desktop, because I'm viewing this on a desktop, you're going to see a few things. You got website directions, but on a mobile device, a third icon pops up, which is extremely important. It's going to be a mobile phone for them to click to call. Now, doctor, you should know right now, 72% of the searches that are being done on mobile devices are clicking in this area. That's leaving these 3 practices with most of the call volume for your area. Now, to show you how these 3 practices, and this one's an ad, so they're paying to show up here, how these guys are showing up in this section, we're going to actually go in here and click on them, and we'll point out a few things. So first of all, we're going to look at the dentist at Houston Westchase. Now, obviously, the first ranking factor is going to come down to reviews. You got to have a lot of reviews. If your competitors are up around 170 reviews, then you need to make sure your practice has that many reviews, at least that many, and quality reviews. One way that's going to get you there faster than any other means of doing it on your own is to have a company that has a platform that will invite people to get reviews. So, for instance, I have Dr. Khan. He got with us on our platform. It's a very simple, custom-built platform for him, and he got over 90 reviews in, I don't think he's got a full 30 days on the platform. So this is easy if you have a platform that will allow you to get these reviews. The next ranking factor for this subject in ranking in this area, in the local map pack, is you want to have a complete listing. So that's your name, address, phone number, and hours of operation all inputted into this information, as well as a quick little tutorial about your practice. So you can see right here, he's got a little bit of information explaining what his practice does. This is all complete information. I would say 90% of the Google My Business listings right here do not have this completed, which means either they've moved a location in the last little while, maybe a phone number, or rebranded, or even they haven't even verified their information with Google to make sure that it's all correct. Now, another big piece is going to be right here, these images. Now, geotagging these images, Google actually has a platform where you can go in, you have to geotag them. They act like anchors to your physical location in your area. And that's how you show up in the map pack, is having a lot of quality images. If you think about it, Google wants to provide as much information on your business as possible. So if you're doing this correctly, you can show a lot of good information like the inside and outside of your location, the staff, logo design, images of your website. The more photos and information you put on Google My Business, this listing, the better chances you have of dominating in the ranking. And this is huge because it's shown, if it's done correct, on average, 46% of the people are going to call you based on your Google listing alone. So this is absolutely the best place to rank on Google, where you can generate the most call volume. Now, doctor, the next ranking factor, this is the biggest piece to ranking in the map packs, is you need to have citations. And a citation is something that you're not going to see. It's not going to be physically shown on your Google listing. It has to correlate with the information of your Google listing. So all a citation is it's simply your business name, address, and phone number being spread throughout the web. Now, this is going to be in places like City Search, Brown Books, SearchStar, your city's Chamber of Commerce, even Facebook. Now, think of this like a popularity contest. The more information the directories have your business or have of your business online, the better chances you have of being ranking in this local section. But there is a catch to this. For example, if it's not being done correctly, it's going to actually be negative to you. So for this practice, we'll just say, see this number sign right here? If that number sign is not put correctly in a citation, as it is here in your actual address online, then it's not going to correlate. It's actually going to be a broken citation, and those work negative for your practice. So Google doesn't have somebody to go in and actually input that. It needs to be done manually, but we actually go in manually to the directories and we input this information as well as clean up any misinformation that might be lurking online. This is very important that you get this right. Now, looking at it, these practices, they have about 100 to 150 citations, local citations, that they are putting in for their address online. Out of that, we can see every single local citation that they're using and simply apply that same strategy, those same citations to your practice to give you all of the power behind your online practice that they have. Now, the next piece that I want to talk about, we've talked about the local map pack. Now I want to talk about the organic ranking. You can notice that this doctor is this doctor right here. So they actually rank number 1 here. And I mean, you got Yelp, Expertise, Open Care, but this is going to be, so in the top 3, they rank on Google. 90% of the traffic that Google's for dentists in Houston or anything that has to do with a dental practice, 90% of them are going to click on the first page. So if your practice is on page 2 or more, you need to listen up because this information is really built to show you what's going on. And what I'm really meaning to say here is if you're paying doctor, a website company, or a marketing company, and you're not getting on the first page or you're not in this local map pack right here in the top 3, then you're missing out on a lot of business, number 1. And I talk to a lot of doctors, and they'll say, well, hey, I've been with my website company for a year or so, and I'm just not hitting these top spots. Okay, well, doctor, that's why you need to make sure you're with a company that's number 1 focus is on bringing you the results that your practice deserves. Now, to go in and find out what these results look like, I have some tools, some really neat tools that act kind of like an x-ray machine for a website. It'll go in, it'll show me their traffic, the amount of money that they're spending, what backlinks. I can see everything transparent about what work is being put behind this website for their SEO, their search engine optimization. Now, for this practice, we're going to use them example. They're on the top page, and this is Dr. McCrae and Dr. Robbins. They've built a beautiful website. I'm going to show a few key pieces that you want to check on your website right now to see, okay, if I'm not on the first page, let's look if do I have these things. Number 1 is security. So you can click up here, and you can see the connection is secure. This is built for Google. This is an SSL encryption. It means your information is secure. All of your information is private. Nobody can hack it. I'll also do an analysis. I'll bring up another practice. Let's do it right now. This is a practice that I found on page 3. So just on page 3, and you can see not secure. So I click on it. Your connection to this website is not secure. You should not enter in any sensitive information because people can put in information about hackers can go in there and put in information that's dangerous to your computer. They can hack and pull information from that is supposed to be secure. So the number 1 thing, you need to have security. Now, the next piece, and we'll go back to this practice, is content. Now, content, when it comes to a website, is king, meaning everything that you do on a website, even the beautiful design, you could have a terrible design, but as long as you have great content, Google is going to rank you. Now, the reason why you have a beautiful design along with great content is because you got to play the game of marketing to Google, but also at the same time being appealing to the person that's going to be clicking on it. You want to be marketing to them. So looking at that, one way to get good content in here is it's got to be custom written. And you can see, I can go under this, I can look at cosmetic. Look at how many different pages of content. I can go in and click on this and look at how much content is here for this one keyword. Now this doctor, they rank in the top section for all of these pieces. I'll pull in their analytics. This is how many people are going to their website in the last month. They have 1.4 thousand unique visitors going to their website in the last month. That is a lot. If this practice just converts 5% of that, that's going to be about 75 to 150, depending on how many they convert. Usually you're going to convert about 5 to 10%. So that means out of 100 people coming to your practice, you're going to see about 5 to 10 of them becoming a new patient if this is done correctly. So they're going to be about 75 to 150 new patients online. So you can imagine there's a reason why there's 2 doctors in this practice. They're very, very busy. So a lot of doctors will ask, well, is it worth it for me to pay for SEO and do this? You can ask this practice, and right here, I mean, if you could do another even 10 new patients, it would definitely be worth it. But this doctor's doing 50 on average, judging by these numbers, and their traffic costs would cost them, if they were to pay Google for this, it's $4.9 thousand. So they'd pay almost $5,000 a month for this traffic. Now I want to go in and show you the analytics for this practice. That's going to be this practice right here. We'll go into theirs, and you see they have 42 clicks. Just being on page 3, they have less than 100 clicks. So that other practice literally has hundreds of times better analytics just looking at it. You can see 42 unique visitors. If they convert just 5% of that, they might see 1 or 2 new patients a month. Now going back to this practice and looking at their content, number one thing we want to do for a practice is put a lot of content in your website, a lot of custom built content. I'm going to show you an example of what this means, because right here in their analytics, this is for the good practice that's on page 1 that's doing good SEO. They have 416 keywords. That comes down to the amount of content. A keyword is going to be something like ProCleans or anything really, common treatments, general dentistry, family dentist, cosmetic dentist, and they're going to pop up on Google for these keywords. Now, when we look at this competitor that's on page 3 and we go into services, looks like he's got a ton of content. Now, this is an optical illusion because I've looked through this, and let's click on their content. We click on bridges. So it'll take me to the bridges, and I'm just going to cut and paste their content. These words right here, and I'm going to go to Google and I'm going to search this. And although it might appear like they have a lot of content, when I Google them, their name should pull up first. However, you can see what pulls up first is Colgate, WebMD. All these other practices have that, or other companies. So what they've done is they've taken some of the content, and it's probably not this doctor, but it's their SEO company or whoever's over their content, has duplicated their content. They went and copied it from another website and threw it in there. The problem with that is it's not custom built for you. You'll never have a chance of outranking somebody that has custom unique content to their practice. So there's really no hope when you have content like this that's going to get you above a doctor that has custom built content into their practice, if that makes sense. So going back and looking at these doctors' analytics, this is the one that's not doing so well. They have 450 keywords. So appears like they have better than this doctor who has only 416. Yet his traffic is way higher because those keywords that he has, it's all duplicated content. When people go and look that stuff up, you're pulling up Colgate before your website. You really don't want to do that. And it can be quite frustrating for a doctor because they'll say, well, look at how much content I have. And the truth is we can go and we can check your content, and a lot of times, I would say 50 to 60% of the time, you've got duplicate content on your website and you don't even know it. So it appears like you're getting a lot of good work from your SEO company when in fact they're being lazy. So now that we've talked about content, the next piece I want to talk about is backlinks. So backlinks are similar to citations. they help the credit of your website. So I'm going to explain this in very layman's terms. A backlink is like a citation. It's linking your website to another website. For instance, one thing that we'll do that's a high quality backlink, because there are low quality backlinks, but a high quality backlink would be linking you to a local news or a local directory or a local blog where we're saying, hey, this is a great dentist, they're very knowledgeable, come see what they're about, and putting a link in that description to your website. Now, when somebody clicks on that, they go to your website. That is a backlink, and that news company will have a high domain rating. They're going to have a high authority. Imagine it being like a 10 and you're a 1. Well, when you link to them and they link back, Google sees that and they start to give you a little bit more authority. They say, okay, this 10 is linking to them, and now they're a 2. Let's make them a 3. So we'll go out there and we'll get you high quality referring domains. These are referring domains. So this doctor has 1.3 thousand backlinks and 117 referring domains. These are the ones that you want. They're the powerful backlinks. There are backlinks that are low power. These are going to be backlinks that really don't help you. Linking to a 10 as far as like a domain ranking authority, but it's not to do with our industry. It has nothing to do with dental, like linking it to Walmart. That doesn't help you. That's actually going to hurt you. And Google's smart enough now to look at that and determine if you're just doing it with web bots or if you're doing it manually and knowing what you're doing. So this is going to come from quality. Now we look at your competition, 57 total backlinks, and only 12 of them are referring domains. This is just not enough power. This doctor doesn't have enough juice to really get him out there and get him seen. I'm actually surprised this doctor is on page 3 and has 42 unique visitors. Now, what's really neat about this tool is I can go in, I can see every single backlink this doctor has. I can see every single referring domain, all of the referring IPs, and I can go and link to those same backlinks for your practice. So I can get you the same amount of push, the same amount of power behind you. But we also have in Houston, I work with a lot of doctors in Dallas, where we have put together a lot of quality backlinks that are localized to Texas that will help you guys get ranking faster. So you'll have all of the quality backlinks and citations of your top ranking competition, and better content. That's going to be key. Video content, that's something I wanted to add. Google owns YouTube. So if you have any content, if you're doing testimonials, start getting video testimonials, research a little bit about it. Those are the things that are going to help you, because Google's going to give you credit. They own YouTube. They want to see you put that information on there, embed it into your website. Doing this stuff correctly really makes a huge difference. Now, I want to just leave you with one quick question. Doctor, if you're not getting these kind of results that you're looking for, what I'm showing you from these practices, but you're spending a marketing budget and you're just not quite sure about it, what I'd like to do is offer you a side-by-side analysis. So go in like I did with this practice. I've got a lot more tools, but I don't have a lot of time in this video. But I'm going to show you a side-by-side comparison with your competition, some of these top practices, and really show you in depth with these tools why this practice is beating out online. It's all transparent there. And more importantly, how we can change this for good for you. Now, I'm going to leave you with this question. Is it worth it for you to take 10, 15 minutes with me and really see what's possible for your practice online? 2019, there's a lot of great things going on. There's a lot of push. The internet hasn't been more powerful than right now for your practice. So if you're looking for better results, if you're looking for more trackable new patients, go ahead and give me a call. I've put my information in here. Let me just get there. I kind of skipped through this. So you can either click on the button below. There's going to be a link for Calendly. You can schedule a quick demo with me. You can put in the time that you're available. It's very simple. You hit send. I'm going to get that, and I will be giving you a call at that time. I'll do a quick analysis with you. Or you can give me a call right now, or when you have a minute. My name's Brock Forster. My direct line is 801-877-1802. Or you can call Emily. She's my secretary that's sending this through. You can call the number in the email. But do give us a call. We want to make sure that we're able to help you out. If it's just information that I can give you, then that's great. I want to make sure that these practices, this is my passion. I've worked with dentists for over a decade, and I've really found great results. Doesn't matter what city you're in. I can guarantee you that we can get you up there. It just comes down to putting in the effort, giving us a chance to get there. But I want to thank you for your time today, and thank you for watching this video. I hope it was educational, and let's make 2019 the best year you guys have had in business. Have a good day.